This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Frank, there really is nothing quite like it. The old course at St. Andrews, and you know the old course is old when the new course is 100 years old. You know you're in a place that is bathed in history.
Yeah, the fact that they can't really figure out who exactly designed the old course, it just evolved. And the true, if you look at a scorecard, the fact that you go out and in, it's designed purely around St. Andrews because 9 holes are out, then you turn around in the loop and come all the way back to the clubhouse. So the amazing thing is you actually can, if you get lucky, play 9 holes with the wind behind you, and if fortunately with the tide it turns, you can get 9 holes with the wind at your back as well.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Let's see what Ricky Fowler can come up with here on the approach. Frank, many golfers unaccustomed to the full effects of the wind and playing without a caddy watch with great intent as their well-struck approach shot ends up, 1, not only short of the hole, but 2, short of the green, and 3, short of the burn by some 10 yards.
Yeah, you only need a puff of breeze, really, because it comes over the mound that's behind that first green. And for some reason, that second shot always seems to play that sort of 3 or 4 yards longer.
He might need some wings just to clear this hazard.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Normally you'd be happy to take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt. This is an awkward length.
Birdie chance for Henrik Stenson. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Has this now for bogey. +1 in the early going. This is the strength of his game. Ian Poulter, ready to go. Good effort and good par putt. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in. but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough. I'm loving that balance. I tell you, there's long and long, and that with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. I'm thinking about 90 yards from here. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part.
It's at sneaky distance.
That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
13 feet away.
Obviously, you can't make them all from that distance, Rich, but you'd like to give it a real good run.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. This putt is for birdie for Stenson. Lining this one up for par. Even par early on. Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Strong winds have been a factor all day here, Frank. What's the key to scoring low in conditions like this?
Well, sometimes you've almost got to make the ball go to ground. You've just got to keep it out of those high breezes, play away from the trouble. You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, at this, the highest level, stroke play, really it seems to me to be all about not wasting shots because the margin for error is so razor thin. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
Second shot.
This is a cross-country special. That was not a very good read right there. This is a birdie putt for Fowler. You can't leave it short, Frank.
Oh, and especially right in the middle.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. No problems early. Looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Just a couple of feet. And so just getting started. Even par so far.
Even par currently.
That's a par. And that keeps the scorecard clean. Still even for the round. In for par. Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the fourth.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Look out left.
And there's rough over there. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. He'll need to be strong with this. Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Second shot. Good look at the green.
Surely not. Awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Looks like he just misread that. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed the bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. Ian Poulter for par. Drops it, and he's at even par. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good effort and a good par putt. So a tester from 4 feet. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. He's made it. Hole number 5 of the first par 5 we've seen today. This fairway looks like it narrows quite a bit, Frank. Are you thinking eagle when you step up onto the tee?
Well, you could, especially if you've got a little bit of breeze behind you, but it's quite wide in the driving area with the exception of those 3 bunkers on the right that just sort of pop out. But if you can get it past those, this par 5, very reachable.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Those are good numbers right there. 3-2-0. 320 yards, just crushed it in the fairway.
Oh, I liked that. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
In the thick stuff.
Thick, there's brittle out there.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there, just to hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
These putts keep the round together. Birdie putt on the way for Henrik. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So in the red figures at 1 under. It's a big putt right here for birdie. Count it. That's a birdie. Clean this up with a tap. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Now to the 374-yard par 4-6, another scoring opportunity.
Yeah, just be very careful of the wind conditions here, because that'll affect the strategy off the tee. But bunkers left and right to be avoided. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Well, the tension is almost unbearable with 115 yards left to the hole. Frank, still relatively early in the round, but given what we've seen so far, this could be a heck of a golf round.
Yeah, right now, everything's just going according to plan. It's like he's playing on all 8 cylinders. So really, you're just trying to get out of your own way.
Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
He is capable of going on some torrid runs. This would be a birdie for Fowler. Drops the putt to go to 2 under. Shouldn't be a problem here. Now at -2 for the day. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Over the ball here at the 7th. And Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And so you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the Shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Only 120 yards away, but this is the kind of shot that you could airmail because the wind is at his back.
There is fairway out there. There is.
He can't find it, though. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Good chance to attack the flag here from 110 yards. Frank, for players looking to improve their putting, what are some of the training methods they can use?
I think speed is always is a good one when you get on the putting green and you just practice trying to putt inside that 3-foot circle, because in the end all sports are the same. You're trying to focus in on the destination where that ball has to be delivered, whether it's tennis inside the court or basketball inside the rim. Putting's no different. As you get further and further away from the hole, then you just make an acceptable size circle that you're trying to putt within. So pace, very important.
Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. This is a long birdie putt here. Requires good judgment of the speed and the line. Just try to lag it down there. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. He'll need to be strong with this. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up. It's no snack, though.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Has it, and he's 2 under par. Just 5 feet left. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Nudge this one home, finish it up. -3 now for the round. Par 3 8th hole here at the Open Championship. And Frank, why is it so difficult to get the ball close here?
Well, there's the bunker on the left side. There's a little bit of a downslope there. This is the first par 3 that you'll play, and it's just tough to judge that distance perception. You've really got to be accurate on your yardage here.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Pretty good stroke right there, just to hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
This is a birdie putt for Fowler. Really has a feel on these greens. That is another birdie. This is impressive. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Well, good roll, good putt. It's that sneaky distance.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So a drop shot. That's 1 under on the day. And Frank, the Open Championship coming back to the home of golf this summer.
Yeah, and remember, too, the last time it was here, Louis Oosthuizen at the 9th hole, he had no problem driving this par 4. So let's see if you can do the same. If you can carry that last bunker down there, there's every chance that your tee shot can run onto this very flat green.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Frank, it makes the game easy when you play it from the fairway.
Especially when you play it from a lie like that.
Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Well, it's a little absurd, that, Rich. The shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Poulter now third shot. Settles in over the putt. Frank, he might like this one. He might do that. Here's Ricky Fowler for par. Just has the feel today. This will be a 14-foot putt here. Nice par to remain 3 under. Stenson for his par. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1.
That's an absolute beauty. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well holed, now to 3 under par. He has this for birdie. Continues to amaze Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just a couple of feet. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, another famous hole, this time the par 311.
Yeah, this hole was made famous by the left bunker, which is called the Hill, where Bobby Jones, when he first played St Andrews, couldn't get the ball out of the bunker, so in the end he actually ripped up his scorecard. A lot's changed since then, but the hole hasn't lost its luster.
Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really it was a rather poor approach shot. Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, it's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end there with a flag in it, that's where you're meant to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
Wow, really off the mark. Missed the green here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Getting set now over the putt. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Three under on the day. This for par. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, from this vantage point here at the 12th, you can see why the old course, St. Andrews, are so iconic in the sport.
Yeah, this is a fun hole as we start to sort of head back to the village of St. Andrews. Hole's called Heathery. There's a big crop of heather on the left, and there's 4 little pot bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway, so you've really got to be cognizant of those. But good time to take the head cover off if you're a long hitter, and then you've only got to worry about that one pot bunker just short of the green.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure. No, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
All right, this is the second attempt on this hole from 110 yards away. Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Hard to control out of the rough.
Looks a little left.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up.
Should be safely on deck.
Frank, here at the 12th, the green really is the key.
Yeah, there's a subtle shelf in it, so it seems so hard, even with a short pitch shot or even a chip shot, to try and get the ball that close, because if you don't get it running at the right speed, then chances are it's not even going to finish on the right shelf.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Locked in on the read and the speed. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
Eight-foot putt here. Nice par to remain 3 under. It's a very makeable putt here. He is currently 5 under for his round. That puts them at 4 under for the round. Has his par. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of the screen. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Look out left.
And there's rough over there.
That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, In the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, I see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there.
Second shot.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Now the approach shot from Ian Poulter. And setting up here in the rough. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That was not a very good read right there. Not an easy one, 20 feet away. Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. Now at -2 for the day. Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, the 14th is a big par 5, chance to make a big move, but also possibility of making a big number if you're not careful.
Yeah, you've got to be very aware of the out of bounds on the right side, even though it does move to the right. Ideal tee shot is down the right side that gets very close to that, because then that opens up the second shot and keeps that tee shot away from that crop of bunkers called the birdies. There's a big cross bunker up ahead that has to be avoided for the second shot. If you're long enough, you can reach this par 5 and 2, but this green with so many undulations that it is anything other than flat. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, it's certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game. Are you for real? It was terrible.
Frank, that was a pretty tough lie out of the rough there.
Yeah, it made that actually a little easier than what it really is. It would have been too easy to try and bite off more than you can chew. So I got to give him a pat on the back for that.
Back in the fairway. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Playing his third here at the par 5. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Challenging shot now from 180 yards. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Looks like he just misread that. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, he's going to love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Ian for par. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. He has this attempt for par. That is a solid par putt. Just a little tap in here. Has it, and he's 2 under par. Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. That brings in those little bunkers called robs. And they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure.
That's in the fairway.
Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Just a bit offline and into the bunker.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank, way offline all day long.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, really. I've seen him play before. Normally much better than this. This is abnormal, that's for sure. This ball never even looked like it was going down the fairway, hitting way right.
And it is not looking like a good lie. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Frank, this the third shot from the fairway bunker.
Yeah, good lie. And once again, just making sure you have enough loft to carry the lip in front of you and really then focus about the target in front.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
From that distance, it's more than good.
This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. Struggling a bit with the flat stick and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. This is a bogey attempt for Poulter.
Good read, good line, well played. This is an awkward length.
Now at -2 for the day. Not a gimme, but well within his range. 2 under on the day. So a tester from 4 feet. Bit unfortunate, loses a shot here with that bogey. Headed for home now, partner, the 16th hole, and what are we looking at here?
Well, you have to avoid the principal's nose. Otherwise, you're going to finish up in the principal's office. There's out of bounds over there.
He needs to get lucky. In the thick stuff.
Thick. It's brutal out there.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Birdie attempt coming up for Ian. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, this one's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not down the fairway line, heading toward the rough.
Just a little offline, so now, Frank, he's going to have to deal with a rough.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how strong he is.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, I see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed. No snack, though.
Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Shouldn't be a problem here. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Nice par to remain 1 under. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. 1 under on the day. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Frank, so many famous landmarks on this hole. The hotel on the right, you want to avoid that. The bunker on the left, and then the stone wall beyond the road.
Yeah, there's all those features is one of the reasons why no one would be allowed to design a hole like this today. It also makes it not only unique, but I think that's the greatness of the hole, is that all those problems you're very aware of. It's just, can you avoid them?
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Headed for the bunker, I think. In the bunker, still with a chance for an up and down. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That's a bit offline in the rough. The second shot now to the par 4. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer, or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. That was well done, and now a very short putt to get out of here with a bogey.
Well, it could be a lot worse, that's for sure. 5 minutes ago.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Henrik now eyeing a par. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. That is a solid par putt. Three under on the day. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, here at the 18th, so much history has been made through the years.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories, I remember Jack Nicklaus when he beat Doug Sanders in that playoff. The famous sort of short putt that Doug Sanders missed. But really, the great moment that stands out was Seve making that 15-footer across the hill in 1984 wearing the blue sweater. Not only did he win the Open Championship, but he beat a tremendous field that included Bernard Langer, Tom Watson, Fred Couples, Lanny Wadkins, Faldo, and Greg Norman. It was an amazing Open Championship.
And I love that fist pump. It was pure Seve. All that fire, all that passion came flying out. And that's where you just sort of fell in love with the game. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. F-O-R-E. Translated, look out.
This is a mistake.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
This won't hurt him. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot. Should be safely on deck.
Well, we've got about 135 yards left. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
And a 130-yard shot now. Wow, really off the mark. Missed the green here. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Birdie chance here on this very long putt. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Getting set now over the putt. He couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Ricky Fowler trying to roll this one in. Finished with a final score of 69. Nothing wrong with that par putt. He has this attempt for par. Drops it, and he's at even par. So with that, 1 over par. Well, Frank, how do you begin to sum up what we've seen at the birthplace of golf today? The course, the scenery, the weather, the play. It was really all vintage St. Andrews.
Absolute pleasure to play the old course once again, Rich. You can see how technology might have changed it. There's a few more par fours that are reachable these days for the longer hitters, but still, it's a great memory of where golf started, where it is now, and where it's going to be.
And with that, for